Okay, so now we have this, right? So first thing first is let's do our index.ts. So inside here, we're going to call our express from
Express.
express. Okay, so calls, right? Okay, so calls app. Okay, so calls port. It should be number, and that'll be forced to let me just do. I think I should do better. Okay, so app dot use and we have express dot express dot um listen. So app dot listen but pay attention not to log um server connected. So I'm not interested in all those stuff. So utils, so db config dot cs. So export const db config try catch on so await connect. So const is um Mongo's 27017 slash okay. Upload. Uploading. Huh? Yes. Okay. Because of this database. It doesn't matter. So DB, okay. Yes, Sean. Yeah. We are. Yeah, good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So, what happened? Who don't carry fridge come? Yeah, someone should go and check it now. To be aware. Now,
I don't get. Sure, you not get inside that place.
Okay, so picture, so that'll be string. So let me just so interface file fix data export I fix documents so post fix. So we have picture. That would be so I so export. Okay, so we go to our controller. Let's say picture controller.ts export costs rate upload single single picture. Only picture that I can put there. So only picture. So So we're going to duplicate this guy, right? And that's the reason why I don't want to go further here. So now let's come online. So the first thing we're going to do is Multer. So that implies that I would have to install Multer, right? So npm I Multer and add types slash Multer.
Please, why is not charged?
Okay. So so I'm going to do the two ways. Way number one, we using the upload, and way number two, optimize the code. Is that clear? Right? So we're going to do those two ways. So now let's start with way number one before we optimize. So if you go to your motor, you just scroll down, you're going to see this code, right? Disk storage, right? Under disk storage. Copy this. I've already explained what we mean by disk storage and memory storage, right? So we have that. So in my util, I'm going to do mortar.ts. Is that and import mortar. So remove this. So let's call it uploads. Come here, create upload. So this is like our file, right? Where we want it. So destination, right? So where we want our images to be stored in. You know that from your head. Where we want it to be stored in, right? Right? Then now the file name. So this is the name of the file. So what we're saying is we're giving it a name. That's all we're doing here, right? Now I'll come here and do plus because I'm concatenating it, right? So plus dot jpg. So what this implies is when the image is saved, right, it's going to save to JPG, and JPG is readable. We can read it. Exactly. Okay. Then lastly, we're going to say dot single, and we're going to pass, let me say single image, and I'm going to duplicate um, this guy. So let me do export. Now this one would be, so this will be upload single, and this one will be upload multi multiple. So for multiple, I'm going to change this to be array, right? So and rather than this, let's change it to be multi. So this guy will take two arguments. So the first is going to be a string, and the next is going to be the max count, right? So if I put on the max, it means that I'm going to take as many as possible, right? But what I'm going to put here would be like 8. So that implies that the maximum amount of image I can pick will be 8. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Now that we've done this, and that is it, right? So now I would want you guys to get this code from here rather than looking at my here. So Mortar, are you in Mortar? Just scroll down to npm Mortar, right? So go to disk storage. Yeah. So disk storage. You say? Okay, okay, okay. Model. Okay, so the next thing we need to do now is um let's 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 have it come to our controller, right? What we did here, let's have it in our controller. So the first thing first is, let me create our router. So inside our router, we're going to create, so let's say pix um, router.ts. So cost router, so we can now say export default router, right? So here we can call router dot route, and let's say single, and inside here we're going to call our, what did we call it, upload single image. So dot post, right? So shouldn't be there, should come from here. Okay, but no problem. See, see, hey, what happened to my control? Okay, so now we have this, right? So let me come here and let's call it straight up. Remember, I'm not focusing on perfection on this. So we can call, let's say, upload from um, um, dot slash, so app dot use, and let's just do slash. Then okay, so that's good. Okay, so by we, should I chill? Let me pause. Okay, so we know that, so we're going to run 2277 slash, let's see. Amazing. So, so I just wanted to, okay, good. Now let's start. So, um, the first thing we need to do, or rather, investigation number one is we need to come here and see whether we're getting images. Now, anytime we're working with Multer, anytime we're working with Multer, it's not. application JSON anymore, right? So it will be multi-part, right? Yeah, multi-part, right? Form data, multi-part form data. So we won't be using this body. We'll come to this body. We won't be using our raw text JSON, right? What we'll be using is this form data. That's what we'll be using. Now, the name we gave it is what? So let's come to our Multer. To Multer, we gave it single image. So that's what we're going to pass here. However, here now, it's not text, it's what? File. So we can now click here and upload um an image. So we have this image here now. Now, if I click here, nothing would still happen. But what I want us to investigate is this image, are we getting it here? Do you understand? Are we getting this from this is our client, from the client, are we getting it in the server? That's what I want us to investigate. Now to do that, let's go to our controller. So rather than this quest here, let's use any. Is that clear? So we use any there. So here now, we're going to come here now and say, let me do console log quest dot file. Let's see if we're getting anything here. And so because of course we've already our motor is getting something, right? And that's why we can see this image here, which was the image we clicked here. However, we want to see if we're getting the image here. So if I do this quest.file and I hit here again, so we can see this file, right? So here would have two images. So that tells us that that image, we're passing it here. Is that clear? You see? Let me remove everything here. Let's start again. Now, let me off here. Now, as long as we've passed this year, motor is active. Do you understand? So if I come here and I click on this, because of this middleware, it takes motor and it passes it here, right? So motor is active. But are we getting this image, the detail of this image in our controller? No. So we want to investigate whether we are, and that's where I now did this our console log. So if we do quest.file, right, because this becomes a file, right, that's what's going to give us all this. Now, if we look into this, right, what do we have here? We have the mine type, we have the destination, we have the file name, right? We have the encoding, we have the original name, right? We have the field name, right? Okay, so that's good. Now, as well as we have the size. So now let's play with this because in reality, when you're developing for production of an interview, this one and this one are what would be of concern, right? Which is what the size and what and the type. So now let's come back into our search. So if I come down or let me go up, please pay attention, pay attention. I'm listening. Okay, let me pause and let's so must be here. So let me come to test and let me see file filter. And if I come to file filter, I can get some stuff. Let's see. I can't get anything meaningful itself. So let me see. Let me see. Storage. Okay, so I'm not seeing what I want, but no problem. So what I actually want is to query the file, right? So that I can only get images, right? So let me do a search. So I'll say um Multer file validation. I definitely going to get a lot of stuff, right? I know what I'm looking for, so I can open either. Okay, now this seems okay, but let's see this best solution that they wrote here. Um, uh, okay, so I think to an extent this is not bad, right? So let me just copy here, and I'm going to explain it from here to here, or um copy this, then I'll come back and copy this guy. So let me come here, right? Let's say const um just say file to be equals to this limit. Let me just comment that. Then let me come here and copy this. And so now let's play now. And so if you look at this guy now, let me just cut this off. If you look at this guy, let's cut it off. Are you guys paying attention? So inside here, this our storage, right? There are other parameters, right? Inside this our storage. There are other things. So if I do this space, I can see file filter and I can see limits. Now this file filter helps me to filter the file that is coming in, and this limit as well help me to limit the file that I want. Is that clear? So now if I paste, I've already copied this file filter, right? You guys get? So let me see um this. So rather than all of this original name, let me so this part, let me just cut it off. And so let's say cost filter to be equals to this, and so this part should be coming from this our file. Why is this thing? Let me find a better alternative. Okay, no problem. So let me just cut here, and let's call.
So I did that part of that destination.
Yeah, we can call facts. Let me remove this. I can call file filter max. Why is this guy still
Actually,
shouting?
I will remove that.
Why is this guy still short? This guy should be fine. So this is still the same thing. Oh. So this my 5 pack. So anything now. This part should be coming from here. So let's say 5 dots and here let's do any. I guys see it in this order. Okay, so let's work for this one as well. That's for my limits. Control X. So this would be for limits. Okay. So feed, all these parts are not too important. Feed size, feed 5, but then we can just leave it, but they are not so important. The most important is our file size, right, which is what we have here, which is this size, right? And for what we're saying here is it should be 150 kb, right? Image should not be above 150 kb. Yes. Okay. I'm saying the image size should not be above 150 kb, right? So that's what we have here. So let me see. I can see one red viral. Yeah. Hmm. What happened here? Let me cut here off and let's see what happened here. So this red bar I'm seeing here, why? So this is filter is declared but not used. Okay, so let me remove this. We don't need this. We don't need um um we don't need. Okay, so maybe something like this is fine. So why is this guy shouting 5 years? Okay. Okay, guys. So yes. So what we have here is the storage, right? So this our storage, we've already defined it to be this, right? So now we have our file filter, right? Defining the kind of image we want to see, right? And that's what we've passed, right? So the next is our limit, right? And this is what the file size should be, right? We've done that. So our server is connected, and let us test. So if I hit here, I should have it break, right? Because our file size, of course, would increase. If you remember, that time it was like 8 MB. So this is 84 KB. So why did it crash? So let's see. Reading. So let me pause. So where I'm interested in is here. Is that clear, guys? So that's what I'm interested in. But what this documentation gave us is external name, right? And that's not what we are looking for, because if you look at this, we don't have that external name. So I'm going to copy this and let me do dot this, right? Then let's see what this is going to give us. So what it should give us should be only this. So if I hit here, I get only this. So that's good. So now I can now take this file, right, and remove the whole of here and put this. So this my X, right? This is what it's giving me. So now let me uncomment here, right? So this should either be image, right? So this is what I should get. Let me put this so that for this is JPEG, and so this should be PNG. Okay, save that. So let me remove this. Only image are allowed, right? Okay. So now let's hit here again. Before I do that, let me remove all what we have here. Okay. So we hit here, good, right? It goes right because the image fits in. Now let me look for. I don't have much image here, but I think um let me go to my download. So in my download, so this image, let's see this one. So this one is, so let me change this guy to 100 then, right? So that this image should fill. This one should fill, right? Because this one is 123. Okay. So let's hit here. So let me go to my download. 123. Hit on this and send. So it passes. So our limit is not working, but let's fix it, right? So let's see. So what I'm going to do is, for the limit, let me take this guy back, right? And remove what I have here. Let's, the limit is supposed to work, but no problem. So let's why is this guy short? Let me see. So let me do. So limit does not accept function. So let me look at file. Let's look at things it takes. So limit of the uploaded data. Okay. So let me just do keys. So this was what I did, but or could it be that the size I'm passing? So let me do 150. I don't know what this size is, but let me just do this. Let's see. So we hit here, it still went. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's still higher, right? So let's change it to this. Okay, to save that, and let's hit again. Error. So that's it, right? You guys get? Okay. So now, but if I should pass that other one, which is 84, I pass this one and hit this one goes right, but the other one would sure fail. Is that clear? So now we've passed this info. We can still do the same thing here, but I don't want to do the same thing here. Is that clear? So let's just leave it like this. So what that implies is that for the multiple, it doesn't matter the size or the kind of file, right? All would pass. Is that clear? You say? Eh? We can. Yes, yes, yes. We can set it, right? For production, you have to set it though. Okay. Okay, so now let's come here. Now we're getting this image locally, right? But if you remember the question, it said there should be an external source, right? So that's where Cloudinary comes to shine, right? So let's do this. So let me come here and say npm I Cloudinary, right? Okay, so let's go to our Cloudinary account. This is image. So login, login with Google. And go through. Why is it delaying? Zero chat. Let's stay in the sky on the mountain peak up high. Okay, so thought I entered Cloudinary. So let's use this. So you click on get started. So what I need is my API key, right? And every other information that I need, right? Um, So while that is going on, would come to util. So in the util, I'm going to say cloudinary.ts. So this is what I need, and that's the reason why I entered here. Paste. Now, as much as possible, I want to use all documentation to get this right, so that you would never forget. Now, the only thing I need here is what? My key, right? So if I come here, I'm going to see my API key. Copy that, come here, replace it. That's my key. So the next thing is for me to export. I could say default Cloudinary. So I've exported this file, so that's good. Now, what I can now do is to come to my controller, right, and import Cloudinary. So once Cloudinary is imported, then we can now use this guy, right? So now I can say, so let me say, um let's say console log. No, let me just say console log data. So if I come here, I could say const data is equals to await Cloudinary, right? Dot uploader dot upload. Then now pass this stuff here inside here, right? So now let's console log that data. Let's see what the result would be like. If I save this, okay. So now let's hit here again. So if I hit here, right? So we're going to get, this is not what I'm expecting. So let's see where is this coming from and let's stop it. So let's go to, I think the Multer. So in the Multer, remove here. Is there any, so that one is for this. This one is controller. Oh yeah. Okay. So thing dot path. Okay. So let's try it out again. So now if I hit here, so we get all of this. So all this information is coming from Cloudinary instance, right? Now, our consign, according to the question, is what we should get. So, validates, we've done that, right? Which is what kind of image, right? So, we've done that validation. Our major concern is for us to have a secure URL format. Now, the secure URL format is this one. So, secure URL, right? Which is this. So, that is what we're going to pass now. So, in this our controller, so we can now come here and say, um, so I could say, okay, so first thing first, it doesn't make sense that we're getting all of this, right? So let's deconstruct what we want. So what we want is secure URL. That's what we want. So that's what should be coming out from there. Now I can now say, um let's say picture await. So we have our picture model, right? Dot create. Abi now. So in our create we have, I think, picture, right? So that picture will now take in our secure URL, right? So here now we can pass data to the what, to the picture. Exactly. Now, anytime you create an API because of front end work, right? Always make sure you pass status as well, right? Let status be one more thing you pass in. So now we've saved this. At this moment we should be having content our um entering our Cloudinary, of course, and as well entering our database. Exactly. My mind is telling me that Sean is not paying attention. Look at the assignment too. So now if I hit here, so it throws goes to Cloudinary. Now we're getting this, right? So I can now, um let me just duplicate here, which will be get all image, right? Get all picture. So get all pictures. So we don't need this, right? We don't need here. So this will be fine, right? And that's good. So get, so something like that, right? So here will be 200, here will be 200. Okay. So this is going to give us all the images. Exactly. Okay, now let's work for multiple, right? So for multiple, it's almost the same thing, but I'm just going to duplicate here and let's pay good attention. So this would be multiple, right? Then here, let me copy here. So let's get the endpoint. So um post, and I think we said get all. So this would be get, and we don't need this anyway. So this would be get all. And this would be multiple. So now let's pay attention. So for here now, what we're going to do is we won't be using this single, right? We'll be using the what, multiple. What did we call it? Upload multiple. Let me comment here. Upload multiple. That's what we'll be using. So first off, let's come inside here, right? And let's investigate whether we're getting multiple pictures, right? So let me comment here. Let me comment here and let's comment here. So let's say console log quest dot Fly, right? That's the best to start from, right?
Yes.
More to fly now. That's the best to fly. Abi you see problem. So here now, we're going to change here, Abi, to be what? To be what?
Multiple.
Multiple. So multiple images. Now, this one allows to take in maybe like two or more. So let me come to download, right? So I only have two images. So let me take these two images. Is that clear? And I hit here. Remember what? Oh, I have more images. Who want freedom? Who's singing that song?
Which smoker?
So total of four images, right? Now, if I hit here, I want to see what will display here, right? So hit here. Sorry, not there. Yeah, right. So I hit here. Oh, it crashes. Why? Remember this endpoint, right? So we're at the wrong endpoint. Have we named that? Okay, multiple. So we hit this endpoint. I'm saying undefined. Amazing. Okay, so let's look at it. Um, okay. Um, uploading multiple job done. Okay. So now let me do quest. Let's see. So hit here. We got this. So let's look. Let me see. Okay, now everybody pay attention. This is this is our first image, Abi. Abi,
That's good. Yeah.
this is sorry, last, right? So next, next, next. Now we're using what? File.
Fine.
This one is what? Files, right? Now, and also observe. Okay, let me come here first. So let's do dot files save. So I'll be taking it one. Here will get filled up immediately. So if we come here, we hit here again. Now my concern is what is the data type of this guy? It is what? An array. So beautiful. Now if you remember the single was just taking that file, passing the file, right, and we're doing Multer to it. I mean, we're doing Cloudinary to it, right? We cannot take this whole file and just pass Cloudinary to it. We need to break it down into its single element, then pass Cloudinary there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
How do I do that?
I said,
One, two. I
so
say
you
mouse go
so
fly now.
so
Then
so you see you need to break it down. I know you map
map, right? How do I map it? What does map do?
give you access to all your elements.
What will map return?
If you return in new array with elements.
So that's wrong. Even though you're very close, but that's wrong. What do we want to do? One. Do you understand? Abib is still Ahmed is still confused.
I get you want to like
Ehen.
access to each yes.
Na me you go talk to. Na me.
Same shot.
Sort wrong. One, two, three. Now you guys are guessing. You're not thinking. For each. What will be the endpoint for each? What's the return type of for each?
So for it to return
Hmm?
like the things of every individual element.
So let's try for each, even though it's not for each would use, but let's try for each, right? Now, and and let's try for each. Now, the point is, and that's where Ahmed was thinking in, right? The point is, how do we iterate through? I mean, to get the individual elements, then apply our code to it. And that's how you guys should be thinking, right? How do we iterate? Because we're having box of we're having array here, right? So we know how to solve if it's just giving us this, because our consign is where the path, that's where our consign is. But how do we move through to wake that man? Wake up now. So this guy, we know that will give us an array, right? So let's cut it off. So let's call that guy and say dot what for each, right? Abina. So el, let's just pass any dot whole thing. So let's console log, right? So I save this. Let's hit here again. So we hit there. Now we're getting the individual element, right? Abi?
Yes, sir.
Now the next thing we need to do now is next thing we need to do now is this individual element. That's where we can now apply this code to. So let me call here, right? Now, cut here. Are you guys following?
Yes, sir.
Paste here, and oh, sorry. So we don't need here. Anyway, we need here now. We don't need here. Sorry. So here now we're going to remove here, right? And password el, right? So let's remove here, right? Now this guy, so let's first of all come here and let's say const um let's say data should be equal to an empty array, right? Abina. So we can now push here inside this array. Abi. So we're going to say data dot push, right? Okay. So let's console log this guy. Console log data. Is it making sense? So now let's hit here. We get an empty array. And that does not mean you are wrong. Oh. Do you understand? Do you understand? It's not wrong. But let's investigate, like, why now? I mean, we were supposed to get something here, right? Let's come, let me come here and let's console log um this secure part, right? Let's save that. So if we hit here, okay, so I'm not seeing, okay, now this is our secure part, right? So we're getting those secure parts one. Now, who can, okay, let's try. You understand? So that guy ran before this guy, right? So that's the reason why I'm doing this. So let's see. We hit here again. we're still seeing this empty. Now that is where for each it's sort of like giving us an issue. Why? Because we're getting result before it runs. Do you understand? So it doesn't mean that he's wrong, or it doesn't mean that the for each you mentioned is wrong, right? Now, what if I just heard someone's thoughts? What if I remove here and in this our picture here? Okay, so let's come. So because I just remember that we did not prepare another one that has array. So let's say S here, and this is going to be, I mean, save that. Yes. Um, okay, let's come back here. So for year now, S, then Y here would pass this because these are data, right? That's what was supposed to pass in here. Are you guys following? Because at the moment we would have content inside there, so now pass this as data, right? So let's see. So let me just do two so that it will be faster. Let me even pick two light image. What's the size of this? This one big. So this two. So if we hit here, we'll get an empty array. But you can see that you understand um, this has shown up before our stuff was loading up, and that's a very big problem, not small problem, but big problem, right? So how do we work around it? That's why you must know more than one method. Do you understand? So what other method should we try? Hmm? Let's not waste time. So let's come down here, right? And let's try the for method. Right? So we can have, is it? Okay. So we can have, let's say, let I of what? There is it, of quest dot file, right? So now I can console log, let's say, quest dot files square brackets this, right? Let me uncomment here. Are you guys following? And let me uncomment here. Cannot find the name. Okay. Jessica, hope you're getting. So we hit here. I'm seeing undefined. Why? Um. Okay. So we have that, right. So I can now try here again. So Okay, so let's get this guy. So we hit here, it's uploading, I guess, and now we can see the URLs, right? So the main thing is how do we get the URL to enter here, right? So now let's say console log, sorry, so let's say um, beta dot push. Okay, result. It's string now. So let me console log um, beta. Let's see. So you can see the difference. Does that make sense? Good. So now we can now do this because we have data there and do this. Let's see. You can see that those one slight thing, the same set of code, but they all respond differently.
That's how it's going to inside the array.
Is it?
That's how it's going to inside the array.
Yeah, it's entering this here. Yeah, that's right. So now let me go to, let's see. So this is our image, right? So for here we have this, right? We have this is empty. Let me delete this. Here we have one image, right? Then this is for the multiple. Clear, Abi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any issue?
So you run a loop.
You see?
You run a for loop.
Yes.
Instead of doing that.
So just note those differences. So let me remove here. Now everything is good, everything is working, everything is okay, but it's not optimized, right? Why is it not optimized? Why is it not wisdom? Why is it not optimized? Why is it not optimized? Okay? Everything is running fine, right? But the code is not optimized. Why? Why is it not optimized? Then is why is it not optimized? Yeah. Zion, why is it not optimized? France Francis trying to hide your face. Francis, why is it not optimized? Eh? No idea. Jemima, why is it not optimized? Jessica, why is it not optimized? You don't know. If the whole class don't know this thing, one vote. Each. Daniel, why is it not optimized? Sorry, Sean, why is it not optimized? You don't know. I like that. Yes. Eh? Ekene, Zubi.
Sir, you want idea of, I think, at the first time they say you want it to be picking, to be selecting it more. I don't realize it's really your brain.
Who I never call?
Streamifier, just
Habib.
type, because that. First of all,
I will get that. Let man not talk first.
that of first of all, is full. So signify it.
Yes.
Say streamify it. When we're uploading, things is entering our folder.
Let's clap for him.
Mr. Peter, I was listening for you to talk.
Hey, but I don't call that. Let's clap for him. Talk me there, yeah, you were.
It's when I make an upload. So instead of you like not being this so we don't need to be entering our folder, so it's not being an database.
You can see all the images that have entered. Imagine we have 1 million users, right? And this thing, our server would stay on an instance, right? And that instance will be increasing in size, right? Do you understand me? So that is why, right? To optimize this guy, we should find a way to do away with this. Now, Sean, why is this code not optimized? Which folder? Eh? Remove that thing from your ear. Eh? No. Why is this code not optimized? Eh? You're not paying attention. I saw you doing something else. Pay attention. Pay attention. So, this is where streamification comes in, or streamifier, right? Now, first thing first, we'll say npm I
Always Streamifier.
is a package we would use to avoid. Yeah. Hey, but I'm gonna tell Ahmed thank you because I want 1 month to help you now.
I'm paying for them one.
I say now one person remain. First we get am for take month. Okay, so now
Say I won't catch more. Say I won't catch.
you wan purge, you don drink malt this morning, you wan take
No,
another
I
one.
won't go for
No, you dey serve for call you now. You wan purge?
Yes, sir.
If they call you,
If na trophy na you go take 3.
no waste time.
Okay, so let's pay attention. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'll come here and say Cloudinary Streamifier, right? I'll come here. So if I scroll down, I know what I'm looking for. If I see what I'm looking for, I would know this is what I'm looking for. Do you understand? So now let me copy this code first, or rather let me copy from here to here. Exactly. I'm going to create another endpoint, and the endpoint would be using this. So let's call this upload single picture stream in fire. Okay, now they will draw. So hello, hello.
Hi.
Are you guys tired?
No.
Jessica, are you tired? Don't lie. Are you tired? If I were you with my new laptop, today I'll be on fire. Okay, guys, please let's pay attention. So I'm going to remove what I have here. Remember, I copied the file, right? And in fact, let me even send you guys that file. This file should be your new best friend, right? And paste the file. So let me comment here first. So this guy is shouting because of Streamifier, right? So let's import Streamifier. So let me come here and say import Streami. So from Streamifier, so everything is fine. I'm not writing any code. Amazing. Is that not amazing?
So yeah,
Now, let me come cut here, right? And do console log this save. Let's copy here. Let's go to our router. So in our router, this single, let me paste it. Right, so we're doing single upload. Let me say stream or something, right? Copy. So come to my postman and so this is 2277. So we have it as single image, right? Oh yeah, they much more easier. Front end safe na be yeah crack go dey. So if we hit here, oops. Um okay, so I'm having some types error, right? So let's save here. Let me come back here. So let's do any and what else again? Any. Okay, so now I just remembered. Now some things we are going to do here. Is your eye open? Open your eye. Now remember that in in Multer, when we're using Multer straight up, right? We're just copying, right? We are depending on this file here, right? So for now, what we'll do here for using Streamifier, I won't be using this Multer file anymore. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Won't be using this Multer file. We're going to create another. So the first thing first is for me to say Multer, right? Import in Multer here. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to say cons. Let me say single string, right? To be equals to this Multer, right? Dot single, right? Let me use the same name we use, which is single image. Do you understand? Now, remember that I am not passing storage here. You get? I'm not passing storage. What does storage do? Storage come and store here. With Streamifier, I don't need that storage. But I can take other things like we have this to here. I can take other things and pass it inside, right? But not storage. Now, this single stream, that is what I can now pass here. Exactly. Eh? Exactly.
no sir.
What is no?
Like
Let me see what
just recap. I don't know what to do. Just
sorry,
recap.
sorry.
So what I'm saying is now when we're using Streamifier, we don't need storage because what storage does, it stores the image into our system disk, right? So we don't need that. Jessica, exactly. That's what we're saying. right? So now, are you not in this class? What did I say Streamifier does? Eh?
Instead of upload
Good afternoon, sir.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Nice, sir. Sorry, please pass them or Panadol. It's not for me, don't worry, don't fear. It's one of the students.
So that Streamifier allows us to avoid passing the image here, right? Imagine your platform has grown to like 10,000 users. This is just one user, which is me, only me. These are what I've uploaded. Imagine we are 10, right? Now imagine we are 1 million because we want our platform to grow now, right? That it becomes a problem. Eh? To shut down, we just shut down, right? Good. So that's why we're using Streamifier to help us avert that, right? Good. So now, if I hit here, so I'm getting file too large, right? Because that's an error message we put, right? The file should not go above 100, right? So let me find
above 100 files.
100 MP KB.
Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
Excuse me, class. I'm looking for some drone.
Joanne.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. So now we hit here. You can now see our stuff, right? You see that I did not write any code. I just copy and paste. Now, in this place here, let me come back here. So, hello, space. So this result, let me remove this result. Then, so for here, let me return that result. Let's save and let's try it out again so that I can see this. So I hit here, pending. Hmm. Okay, so okay. So now what I'm going to say is I'm going to cut here off. So I'm going to say const deconstruct again. So we're going to take the secure URL. So it is that secure URL would now pass here. Sorry, not yet. We've deleted. Yeah. So let me copy here. So let's test again. Now before we test, let's remove let's remove everything inside this upload. Fine, let's delete this upload. Right? So save here and hit here. So if we hit, it doesn't need our upload anymore. You can see that we get our stuff. Is that clear? Now, I'm not going to do the multiple. You guys should work on how to do the multiple. Just use sense. We've done it before. Now, and again, good. All these things, create a function for it, right? create a function for this thing, right? So if that function you just call here, that clear, is that clear as part of the assignment as well. So having done this, now let's go to our front end. I'm trying to be fast because of power, right? This gen of party don't finish. So let's go to front end. Okay. Um, focus, focus. Okay, guys. So save this. Let me off this our error. So I'm going to put everything here. That's because I want to be fast. But remember, this is what you guys are doing, right? So let's do viewing. Okay, so let's create a div tag. So inside this div tag, um, so we're going to say flex and okay. So now let's start. Um, okay, so we have our test there. Okay, so let me do MT60. So I'm going to have multiple upload, single upload. The person design nonsense UI can't show me. And that's the reason why I don't want to spend time on the UI. But wetin some of una dey do now, just do lifting. So let me do button according to what today.
And this guy will be only the picture of you.
Yes. So
Only
we're going
here.
to just put about yeah, just put any image. Or okay, let's do it like this. So your single upload and multiple upload will be on the top. Then this page, everything here will be your gallery. That's how you guys will do it though.
Your
So
single
let's
upload,
say a
maybe at the
single
end, header.
upload, multiple upload. So we have that right.
No with
Text, then gap maybe 6. Okay, so we have that. So we have class name, text, P, madam, white, BG, blue, 950, P4, rounded, empty, font. Okay, so we have these two. So we're going to put our functions inside. So let me so here so let's say images. So the class name P2 P2. Then let's do M2 border rounded empty. Save that. So empty. Let's say 10. So this should and so our images is going to be here. This is not what I want. So range the class name. Um, let me do main W to be like 300 X H to be 150 px. So rounded empty m m2. So the weight is too much. Okay, so let's have it like this, right? So have our images there. Okay, so let's start. What's this noise? Ah, by Wednesday, a lot of now they look like rats wey or if una don try to catch rat, kill rat, the rat come enter a point wey be say e no fit run again, come dey look you. Come dey for pour out water. So now first off, I'll come to my API. So it's say upload API dot target car ID ready. Export const. So let's say upload single, right? Upload single image. So return Axios dot post, right? Axios dot post. So we're going to pass const our URL will be equals to 77 slash single. Abi? So here is going to take data. Okay? Yes, all of them. Okay, so we have this right. So rest dot data for pass rest there. This is what we need now, right? Now, yeah, I didn't draw a try card, so let's try to return error. Okay, so here we pass data. Now, remember that this is just for the case the where we're using application JSON. But in this our case, we're not using application JSON, right? What are we using? Form data. So we're going to come here and say const, let's say config to be equals to right. So let's come here. Please pay attention. Let's come here. So I'm just coming to the header. It's not like I want to do anything here, but I'm going to say content type. This is one thing we're going to pass. So here, the content type is going to be multiple multi-platform data. That can come here, paste it. Then this config, of course, I would have to map it to it. Then this config would be the third parameter I would pass here. Very important. If you don't do that, it won't work. Now that we've done this, so let's copy here. So before I paste, um, so this I want to put that upload back. You get? Remember I had upload right for that endpoint for the design. So save and everything should be fine. 2277, so 2277. Okay, so now let's go to this our app, right? So that's what we want to call inside here, right? So on our on click, so we'll have this here. So let's define, let's call it undo image or undo single image, undo single image. So let's come here. So we're going to say const undo that single image. Yeah, I'm not pushing this code though. Because if I say I'll push the code, some of you, it's you just copy. Abina, just copy. I'm not pushing the code. I'm not pushing the code. So now, please let's pay attention. So let me do console log e. So let's come here and call e, and we say um any here, right? So this guy will start shouting at me and the rest, then, right? So let's call it. Now, let's pay attention. So there are things we need to do here. First off is remind say some people they are happy. Nothing now tell me. See Jessica never smile. Sef.
She don't dey smile.
It doesn't stop the assignment.
I'm not sure now. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Now they talk now. I'll we'll use board. Show now one go school. Some of now one go school.
So they do. So they solve, you know.